gosh, I've been cracking up. I can't stop laughing. I can't stop laughing. Okay. All right. So, um, it's very important for This is why I say it's important for us to take time to ourselves to just sit back and like meditate, so that way you'll be able to have a higher understanding of yourself and the world and everything. And whenever you take the time to do that, you'll be able to time travel. And you'll be able to like time travel at like the speed of like so really fast type shit. So whenever you sit back and do things like that, you'll be able to understand the world and just everything around you. This is why I be like, it's very important whenever it comes to like your environment and things and how you interact. It's very important to know what it is that you're doing, what you're putting in terms of like energy wise. And then it's also very important for you to know about your spiritual body, because that's the thing a lot of you guys don't focus on is your spiritual body. So this is why they'll be sitting back saying that females like mature faster than that's why they say females mature faster than men. Hmm. Because we experience our awakenings quicker, um, based upon our experiences and environments. We experience our awakenings quicker. Um, so once you go through your divine and feminine awakening, and it's like a process. So not everybody's gonna be able to understand it, things like that. In terms of like how your body is so connected to the earth, and whenever you start to understand, you'll start to understand how whenever you get connected to your divine feminine, how you'll start to move with the moon cycles, and how you'll be able to understand that the divine masculine moves with the cycles of the sun. So whenever you look at astrology, you can also look at it different from that reference point. And then once you look at it from that reference point, you'll be able to understand how whenever you time travel, why it is. So this will be you being able to understand your dreams and deciphering them, how or why you have certain dreams or why you experience certain feelings and emotions. And then it's also helping you to understand like your karmic cycles that you keep repeating or going through, and how not to repeat those cycles. But this is how you learn if you're stuck in a desire or not, or where your mind frame is at in terms of you being able to let go of those karmic cycles. Because the universe, like I said, once we understand that we're all just reincarnated in different, just different vessels and shit like that, you'll be able to also understand going back to like the Bible and Adam and Eve. And then you'll also be able to understand like how we came about in our relation to each other. And once you're able to time travel into all those concepts, you'll be able to time travel on a higher level to being able to understand individuals. This is why I say you can see people's spirits and things. So then it's like you're traveling through a whole bunch of dimensions of matrices constantly. So this is where an individual can almost go crazy with her. You time travel. This is where people will kind of like use inhibitors and not inhibitors, but that's the wrong word. Y'all know I'm bad with words. Use things like we all do, like smoke weed, mushrooms. Yeah, you have came in different forms and vessels and things, and this is where, whenever it comes to understanding your north node, how you can get kind of stuck into like the ego of things once you are able to understand everything and all the concepts and the difference of all the different matrices. So then whenever you really understand the matrix and you really understand Neo and all of that and how he's able to decipher through all the matrices, then you're able to understand how you can become like infinite in terms of your thinking and the level that you're on and the individuals that you see and who you're participating with. And for you to reach this at a very young age, Can be pretty cool. Because not a lot of us are able to do that or see those things or be aware of those types of things. So once you're able to see all the way down, so this is where the Bible even came from in terms of a man's thoughts or thinking. Once you're able to actually go all the way back to that reference point, and then you're also able to look at the forms and spirits around you. You're able to understand, and see where the karmic cycles have started and began at. But because we have so many things in front of us in terms of our environment, it causes a lot of confusion. This is why I say using the right inhibitors. This is why all you need is a little bit of weed. And then once you smoke that, you be good, okay? And then you'll be doing all types of astral traveling. And the individual that's not aware won't know what it is that you're doing, so they'll sit back and be kind of like questioning things and might be caught off guard, not knowing that you're experiencing a divine awakening. But because they might be caught in karmic cycles and things, so this is why you have to be aware. Very important. They won't be able to understand. So this is how a female ends up turning into becoming an actual healer and shaman of the sorts that we used to do back in like ancient civilizations. And this is why it's very limited and very foreign on the internet, because not a lot of our females are practicing these things in terms of meditating and going within yourself and understanding your spiritual body and connecting on that level, so that way you're able to understand your higher self. So this is where men will get frustrated, they'll get jealous, they'll feel like they need to say things, challenge their woman a lot of the times, because they're looking at their higher self if your female is able to tap into this. And men are all into power and wealth and all this other stuff, so it turns into envy and greed whenever you're looking at your higher self. And as females, whenever we connect with certain deities and spirits, we can actually channel those deities and spirits. So this is how we go about in the spirit realm actually becoming those deities and spirits. So whenever people actually, this is what it means to actually like let your spirit be free and not of anything, let go of all values and be of this earth. So that way whenever people do channel certain spirits, they're actually calling upon you and seeking out answers, and you're able to astral travel to any and everyone and provide them with answers all over. So this is how you're actually able to travel without the need of using technology or other things. And as females, we're always traveling to heal someone, to provide someone with advice. All this morning, I kept on hearing somebody was going through it. That's what I kept hearing. And then it was like a mom. She's like mad at like, it's like one of those mom and dad situations. Like she's like mad at him for like being out cheating and shit like that. Like all he be doing is like drinking and partying type shit. So it's I could feel like her frustration and shit. So whenever you're also a divine feminine, you also connect with other people that might be, whenever we're talking about certain things, this is how you are able to use the gift of gab in order to ride everybody on the same frequency, so that way everybody's able to relate, so that way we are all, whenever we're connected in our divine energy, we're able to hear the conversations that are going on. And even if we're not connected in divine energy, just by you sitting back and using this frequency in terms of communicating the way that you are, you're able to put everyone on the same frequency, and you're able to tap into other people's energy. So that's how you become like um Neo. But men always want to be in control, so this is where and y'all been doing a lot of bullshit. So this is why they never want to have females in control, because it's like they don't want to listen. That's the problem. They don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. They don't want to follow their spiritual bodies and things like that whenever we're telling them. So this is why some of y'all will be like, why did she leave me? Why did she do such and such? Well, whenever you're able to understand the divine feminine and not just understanding yourself in terms of being selfish, okay, and stop over talking, you'll be able to understand how whenever she's participating with you, how you are affecting her spiritual body as well by participating in certain things, and how she's able to tell and decipher what it is that you're doing. So this is why females will end up being like, excuse me, I'm letting you know that such and such needs to change, and da da da. And then the male won't realize that they're going through the same karmic cycle. And like I said, once you know how to astral travel and shit like that, you'll be able to go all the way back to the first starting point as to where this even came from, and being able to understand yourself. And when you understand yourself, you'll understand what it is that your female is saying, and you won't be so lost in terms of your way of thinking that you're always right. So once you understand that, then you'll be good. And this is why individuals will be looked at, and y'all won't understand why people are looked at as the grandma type spirit. You know what I'm saying? She don't care. She got them old ass beliefs. They be coming from everywhere. I be connected with all types of divine energies and ancestors and spirits and shit like that. So that's why I be saying some of the shit I be saying. But y'all won't understand. Y'all won't understand. As usual. So sometimes the divine feminine needs to take control, because the divine masculine, as we see whenever we give them control, we see where they go and head to, and where their heads be at, where their thought process be at. It seemed like it be up y'all ass. But yeah, because somebody was trying to communicate and say something stupid. Honey, we're not listening to that. We're not listening to that nonsense. So then once you understand this, you'll understand how you'll be able to understand your actual God body. But not everybody understands their God body. So this is why I'm here to help y'all with a level of understanding. And understanding why it is that you cannot just sit back and mix and mingle with just anything or any female or any male whenever you're into spirituality and whenever you're experiencing these awakenings and things like that. You need to actually listen to the things that are being told to you. Otherwise, then, like you say, you repeat the same karmic cycle, go through the same generational curses, and it never breaks. So the only thing that's going to happen is you just reincarnate again and repeat it again. And then in other dimensions, still experiencing the same thing, just on different levels, which isn't really other dimensions, which is just through other forms. So once you're able to see yourself, like I said, be able to see the spirit, you're able to see your starting point within others, and you're able to maneuver. And this is how you're able to actually find out your north node and where your south node is, aka repeating the same karmic cycles, or being able to sift through the actual matrix so that way you do not repeat the same karmic cycles. So and this is where our shamans and Buddhas and priests and priestess come in and stuff like that, because they're actually doing the spiritual work. They're actually going within and understanding all of their chakras, how it works, how it vibrates within this matrix, within you interacting with the earth, with the world. They're actually doing those things. A lot of y'all are just saying y'all doing it. So when you're actually doing those things, you'll be able to understand how to actually get in tune with yourself, get in tune with nature. You won't be scared of things. And whenever you have your thinking being limited terms of possibilities. This is how, whenever you tap into your divine feminine energy and you have that limitless type of thinking, which is where we get that movie where he took the pill, which you don't need to take a pill. That's just saying how you guys will indulge into desires like things like that, other substances, in order for you guys to reach or achieve this level of thinking. Whenever this can be achieved without those substances, without man made substances, it can be achieved with homegrown substances or just sitting back and relaxing. But whenever you understand that, then you'll understand how it is that we got to this point of being able to actually come up with a thought and manifest it into our reality. And then you'll know how it is that you're coming into your God body. So once you do that, then you'll be able to see how it is that you're actually able to manifest and apply balance within the world without even having to do anything. How you're actually able to just sit down and, based upon your thinking and your thought process, you're able to manifest it for others, and then others will ride the same frequency, and then next thing you know, boom, you there. But of course, Neil always needs Trinity. So well, we also gotta help Trinity out the Matrix too. So this is why there'll be whole things to where they'll be like, man, whenever you're able to balance out, this is being able to balance out masculine and feminine and being able to reach your God body. This is where the gods come from, the Greek gods and shit like that. And while we sit back and think the being of two sexes and stuff like that, this is also where the confusion comes in as well on a higher level of thinking too, in terms of us trying to understand things. But whenever you're able to understand everything, you're able to make it make sense from every starting point. And you're able to understand other people's ways of thinking without you having to sit back and be like, okay, you know. So this is how you actually are able to be your individual self, but at the same time understand others, and at the same time understand what's right and wrong for yourself. This is what you have to practice more of. Is trying to apply perfect balance, which is not always going to be perfect. We always going to have situations to where we will get, unbalanced. But it's in terms of being able to know that. So, and I can switch between both very easily, very quickly. So then that's like also in terms of us trying to understand like the Bible, like angels, basically just uh, and then once you learn how to balance out these things, then you'll be able to learn your karmic cycles, or you'll be able to learn how you can get lost in your desires, and how we can have be seen as demons or demonic urges and shit like that. It goes so deep. Like once you're able to understand everything, you can just see everything for what it is. So that level of understanding goes very deep. That's some shit that just have you like, damn. So, you can see how people will sit back and like it'll become too much. It'll just, like everything, like, because that level of understanding is like higher level of like thinking. But this level of thinking we're supposed to be at in terms of relationship wise. In terms of relationship wise, this level of thinking that we're supposed to be at, so that way we're able to know and see ourselves. So this is why I'll be like, yeah, we need to go outside more and like chill out and like meditate, be in the grass. That way you're able to connect with your God self. And once you kind of connect with your God body, you're able to, whenever you do form like a relationship, this is why man always wants control as well. Whenever you form a relationship, you're able to actually tap into the other person's energy as well. So it's like you become like a mental god too. And then based on you being within this realm, but not really like spiritually, like it's difficult to explain. But based upon that, it's like you'll be able to feel a lot of energy, like other people's energy and shit like that. So this is why people go to like shaman and priest and you know wanting to seek out these divine individuals because they know how tapped in that they are into this earth and into this realm of reality and how they can provide guidance, actual healing to individuals. You can actually help to heal others in terms of their thinking, in terms of just everything, and providing them with comfort. Um, so yeah, y'all gotta chill out more. Y'all need to go outside, smoke a weed. I say go outside, smoke a weed, honey. Shit, some of y'all need to go do that. Go outside, smoke a weed, and goddamn relax. The fuck, okay. Like the Indians, go out there, smoke a weed, and relax, okay, and just chill out and just goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Look at just the goddamn sky and just interact with the earth and just yeah, we gotta switch up our eating a little bit, it's not one of those things to where you gotta go like overboard or anything like that. There is days to where you do need to like fast, but it's not even like you need to fast. Like whenever you're so energetically connected, it's like your body just automatically does it. It'll go into like fasting phase. It'll go into phases to where it's time to like it's like time to like stock up type shit. So it's like all right, time to stock up and eat type shit and get ready for like the next like ascension within your mind and like experiences and things. So yeah, whenever you're connected in that way, you just automatically do it. So for me right now, it's like eating fasting phase, like in between. It was like fasting phase, now it's like eating phase again. Like I don't know, but yeah, and then you'll be able to understand the world. And yeah, wow, all that jazz. And then you won't respond to the kitty treats. Okay, now we need to fix the kitty treats. Okay, then you won't respond to the kitty treats. Like, no, no. But this is learning how to master the mind. So whenever you sit down and master your mind, you're not able to respond to your desires and things. You're able to shut that off. And this is how you're also able to make boundaries and restrictions whenever it comes to your spiritual body. And this is how you're able to keep it guarded. And this is where men will get upset. Because then they'll be like, oh, now they understand how there is actually power within coochie. Because where they understand the synastry between the divine feminine and divine masculine and being in that energy with someone with that, then that's whenever, yeah, you'll be able to learn. Which we're all supposed to be learning from each other. So also vice versa with divine feminine. This is where we're both supposed to be learning from each other and tapping into each other's energy and paying attention. Because with divine feminine, you're supposed to be observing your divine masculine, what it is that person does, what it is that they're teaching, their principles and things, and then also, just observing their energy. which also brings up the strength in the attraction level, which is how you can see how a person can, men can get lost in a desire, which can be the thoughts of a woman. And yeah, you'll be able to just understand all of that. So oh gosh, I can't do it. All right, but yeah, cause somebody just keeps like I'm chilling out, relaxing, you know what I'm saying? But y'all just keep on calling on my spirit. Keep on calling on my spirit, knowing goddamn well I'ma come and cuss your ass the fuck out, okay? Let's get into it, honey, okay? Let's get into how everybody been acting the fuck up. But also, let's get into this also as well before we get into that. So whenever it comes to divine feminine as well, so for the ladies, you also have to pay attention to your divine masculine because it's not just going to be a lesson for the males, it's also a lesson for the females as well in terms of you being able to experience growth and ascension. So whenever you're paying attention to your divine masculine, let him be able to express himself so that way you're able to see what it is that he's dealing with in terms of karmic cycles, if that person's actually going through a phase of progressing or regression. And then this also helps you to understand yourself, what you're going through in terms of phase of progression and regression whenever it comes to your feelings and emotions, because as females we're very over the top whenever it comes to how we express ourselves in terms of our feelings and emotions. And whenever the divine masculine and feminine come together, it can be this motherfucker. Y'all already know. It can be difficult. It can be difficult. You can't do nothing but laugh. You can't do nothing but laugh. Oh, you can't do nothing but laugh. That motherfucker. And then this is whenever you combine both of them. You'll just be sitting back, cracking up, you know what I'm saying? You just hop out and just be like, yabba dabba doo. That's all. Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You'll be trying to teach. You know what I'm saying? You'll be trying to teach. That's why I said divine feminine also understand and teach lessons but just laugh at the same time, child. Okay, we all learning. It's all an experience. Teach lessons but laugh at the same time, child. Okay. Lord Jesus. Girl, okay, I'm bagging up. You can't do Child, you can't do nothing but laugh. Everybody back it up laughing. Listen, I'm telling you, honey, you can't do nothing but laugh. Child, you can't do nothing but laugh. Listen, I just be backing up, you know what I'm saying? And this is why. This is why. Don't nobody listen to nothing and be wanting to sit back and fuss and fight. But it's like we be knowing. We be knowing, child, Lord. Lord, you just be sitting back and back it up. There go mine. There, you know what I'm saying? There go mine. No, on the field. There go mine. Oh, Lord. I can't deal. I can't deal. You really be sitting back trying to teach a lesson, child. Okay. Whole lesson go right down the drain. Next thing you know, everybody backing up laughing about some shit. Whole lesson done went down the drain. Now the whole lesson done turned the motherfucking loonies. Yabba da da. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I can't can't do that. You see how my ass be? My ass is like, hold the fuck. Hold the fuck. Okay, and this is how you know that they should be. I don't know. I guess they should be way more stronger because they could sit back and they could probably be fully coherent and shit and be sit. Motherfucker, we be sitting back like, oh gosh, I can't. I can't deal, child. Whole lesson done went down the drain, child. It was about to be a good old lesson too and shit. Whole lesson done went down the drain. Now we can do a sit back and laugh. Now we understand why it is that whenever we be sitting back, so this is also on another level that we connect with, you know what I'm saying, individuals will also understand why we be sitting back and experiencing things whenever we be sitting back having situations to where somebody will like, whoa, like hop it, because you're hopping into different energies and shit. And whenever you connected with your partner, you be hopping into your partner. You be having this your partner energy and shit. And this where you be like, okay, honey, you see why I told you to step outside the house. You see why I told you to step outside grandmama house when grandmama teaching. Because you will be listening. He's doing other shit. Oh god. Anyways, that's the lesson for today. Astral traveling projection. We gonna cut this off. That's the lesson for today, child. Okay. Astral projecting, energy hopping, exchanging, transmuting, all that. All right. Understanding yourself, your partner, and all that.